Good morning. My name is John Ketchersid, and I am going to demonstrate for you my 5-minute breakfast. We will end up with an omelette with some cut sausage in it, and it will be perfect and fluffy and delicious. So, here are the items that you'll need. You'll need a silicone dish cover or another dish that is identical to the one that you're using. You'll need some whole milk. That's lactate. The only difference is it has no lactic acid. Here we have 2 red hot sausages and 2 eggs. We have a mixing bowl, standard size cereal bowl really, and a plate that has approximately a 1/4 of an inch height in the center here. You'll notice it has a ridge. You'll need some Pam. I use the butter flavored because it's traditional flavor for breakfast. And a single round toothpick. So we will take our toothpick, like so, and we will set it on a napkin close to the microwave. This is a standard 1000-watt microwave. Okay? We're going to take our Pam to prepare our plate. We'll open it up, and I'm going to give this a single circular spritz in the center, like so. And I missed, so I'm going to give it one more just to make sure that the entire interior of that indentation is coated. Okay? For the preparation, we'll open our microwave up. We will put our plate in the center of our rotating inner table there. Now, we will crack our eggs and place them in the bowl. There is 1 egg, preferably with no eggshell. To do a one-hand crack, you just curl your fingers around the large rounded end, put your thumb here, give it a crack, and then using your thumb and those 2 fingers, spread it apart. Simple as a dimple, isn't it? Now, we open our milk, and we add approximately 1/8 to 1/4 of a cup. I added about 1/4 of a cup because I want it to be a little bit more moist and fluffy. Okay? Now for the mixing, we're going to use a simple fork. Again, nothing fancy. I'm not even going to pick it up and tilt it. Poke a hole in the yolks. You'll see I'm lifting the egg and bringing it back down. So this would be considered folding. So I'm stretching the egg into the milk, just like that, just till I have an even color throughout. Now, if you don't mix this well enough, you don't want to completely destroy the long-length proteins in it, of course, but you also want to make sure that it's completely mixed. Otherwise, you can end up with mysterious green patches in your eggs. There we go. We take and pour this into the indentation. Okay, you'll notice my microwave is tilting slightly to the front, so I pour it into the back. Place the bowl in the thing there. We now take our toothpick, wherever I have placed it on my napkin, here. I put the toothpick there. I take our cover and place it thus. You'll notice the toothpick is under the edge of it, providing a ventilation. If you're using a plate, you do not need to do that, okay? Here we have beverage. I'm hitting it 2 times. If you use 3 eggs, hit it 3 times. 4 eggs, 4 times. It will take 2 minutes and 27 seconds to cook. Now you can cut up whatever you want to put inside of it. I happen to be in the mood for a little bit of spice. So I am cutting up a red hot sausage link. This is by Roger Woods. They're called Red Hots, okay? You don't have to do this, by the way. I do this because I happen to like having a little bit of extra protein in my breakfast. And this also adds to the sodium, by the way. Please note, I did not add any salt at all. This is a ceramic knife. It is a Jinju ceramic blade. I really like ceramic blades. Can't help it, it's the truth. I'm going to stop filming for just a second here. Well, let's see if I can do this. There you go. Anyway, as you can see, all I'm doing is cutting this into approximately 1/8 to 1/4 in thickness. As far as an inch, I guess that'd be 3 millimeters to be an 1/8, somewhere around there, maybe 4 millimeters. And I'm just cutting them into little discs. No fancy stuff here. Just like so. Our timer is down to 35 seconds, and as you can see, we now have our sausage ready to go in. Now I will put my knife into the sink. I'm putting everything into the sink so that I can wash it all at the same time. Now I have my spatula. Hoo-ha! Plain old plastic spatula, nothing fancy. Just about as cheap as it gets. Well, cost effective anyway. This is my mom's spatula that she left with us prior to her egressing this lovely world. And now I will open the microwave. That was a bit haphazard. Here are our sausages. I will take the camera. I'm now going to lift the, there's our toothpicks right there, so it's ventilating right now. We still have a good body of steam there. I'm putting my sausage along the front half of this omelet. I'm not putting any on the back half, because we're going to fold this over, right? Right. So we don't want them on the edge. We want them right there in a little group. Okay? We take our happy spatula. You'll notice the eggs don't stick at all. None. And we flip it over like so. And I did pinch off a small piece, but it's still not stuck. This is so delicate you can't handle it with your fingers. I mean, it will just simply fall apart. So I take off the, I'll leave the toothpick on there. Because if this starts to cool, when this starts to cool at all, what's going to happen is that silicone lid, having a perfect seal around the edge, will get pulled down onto our eggs, and we don't want that. We just don't want that. I had a timer set up over here with 5 minutes on it, but the total accumulated time, you can figure by looking at the video. This is actually, I'm 8 minutes and 34 seconds into it. Anyway, at this point, I'm taking the plate out of the microwave, and be careful, the bottom of the plate is hot. Very, very hot. We've just cooked in it, so yeah, it's warm. At any rate, I extricate. You'll notice it's very sweated inside from the steam. Where's my fork? Oh yeah, I soiled it and put it in the sink, so I'll grab another fork. I'm grabbing the fork so I can demonstrate this. We look at the texture. If I press down on it, we see moisture coming out. And you'll notice that the texture is absolutely perfect. I'm not having to press in order to cut it. If I press it in the center, it comes through beautifully. There are no green patches anywhere to be seen. It's because I didn't put any salt on it, and I properly folded the proteins of the eggs into the milk, which results in breaking down the longer proteins, keeping away the green patches. So anyway, there you go. We have now, okay, we're at 10 minutes, so call it a 10-minute breakfast, ready to eat. Love y'all. God bless you. I'll post this today.